Hello and welcome to today's video. Today I have some inks to show you. This is the Robert Oster 2023 Holiday Shimmer set, and it's 4 inks, 4 shimmer inks, and the colours are really unique. These aren't standard sort of Christmassy colours. They're kind of subversive Australian kind of Christmas colours, and I am all for it. We start with Sun on the Snow. You can see that gold shimmer there on a nice bright sort of yellow ink. Then you've got the Grinch, which is a sort of a grey blue with this lovely blue silver shimmer. Then you've got Tinseltown, which is like a gold shimmer in a sort of a blue purple, which I think is awesome. And then Candied Mint, which is green silver shimmer in sort of an earthy green coloured ink. So I'm going to show these 4 inks now on Tomoe River paper, and then a writing sample of them on Rodeo. I'll put colour corrected pictures next to the Tomoe River so you get a real sense of it. I'll try and get a glimpse of the shimmer in on the Tomoe River, but you can see the shimmer here, absolutely stunning. But let's look at it on some paper. So here is my Tomoe River page in my, favourite notebook, coming to the end of it. So we're going to have to see what we can do. But these are the 4 inks. So let's talk about each one. So first, as I said, is that Sun on the Snow ink there, which has a beautiful shimmer to it. It's got gorgeous sort of underlying shading as well, from yellows to oranges. I really enjoy that. Because of that shimmer, it reads quite nicely on the page and it has a lot of pop. It's one of the lighter ones, but I think actually it actually like is radiant kind of on the page. It's really lovely. Next we have the Grinch. So this has a lot of that silver blue shimmer. And that's coming through there very nicely. It's almost got this sort of grey-green kind of undercolour to it. It's really a very interesting ink. Robert does some of these bluey, greeny, grey colours very nicely, and I like the fact that the Grinch here is represented in this colour, sort of with sort of like some, like, I wouldn't say dull undertone, but like a little less vibrant perhaps. It's a nice colour. Then we get Tinseltown. Now, this is an interesting ink. It's got a lot of shading underneath. That bluey purple is beautiful in its own right, but with that shimmer, it's like, I've made a point that I'm not a shimmering ink kind of guy, really. Like, I don't use them that much. I use them for specific things. Like, actually, I do use them when I'm writing Christmas cards and those kinds of things. I do enjoy that. And this one is a lovely one. This is kind of like dark enough to be an everyday colour, but with that shimmer just like making it just stand out so nicely. And then lastly, we get Candied Mint, which is a beautiful green. Like, my favourite Robert Oster colours all tend to run in the greeny colour family, really. This earthy green of Candied Mint, like the underlying green, is great. And then it's got nice shading, and it pops through occasionally, particularly in some of the writing. And we see it there, and it's beautiful. I think with that shimmer, it's a really interesting ink. The colour combinations of the choice of shimmer colour versus the base ink colour actually makes these inks really attractive. So that's the 4 on Tomoe River. And let's now look at it on Rodeo. So here is my Rodeo page. I've just written with them and done a little like swatch of the inks, and you can see that they all stand out nicely on the page. The shimmer, Robert Oster inks do have a high shimmer ratio. Like, here's the bottle of Sun on the Snow, and you can see you can basically see through that bottle. It's a very light orange yellow color. It reminds me of colors like yellow, is it Yellow Sunset, I think, of Robert Oster's, or peach perhaps, nice. And then you've got like a lot of these particulates on the bottom. But if I give that a good shake, just look at that. Like, that is so beautiful in itself, like the way that the shimmer moves around in the ink. Let's try another one just because it's fun. Let's do the Grinch. So the Grinch is it's a more solid ink color, lots of that shimmer, and then moving around in there, you see that sort of, yeah, it's just so beautiful. I don't know how well the camera's going to pick that up through the bottle, but just lovely. And that's one of the fun things that I really enjoy about these Shimmer inks. And so they've got a high shimmer particulate sort of percentage, if you will, and I think that they show up beautifully because of that, and because he chooses combinations of base color and shimmer color and the ratio. You end up with inks that have incredible pop on the page. The particulates are really fine, and that's why they move around in the ink like that. These are lovely, and they perform really well, and they clean well. So yes, they're safe for fountain pens. You can use them in your... I probably wouldn't use them in pens that are hard to clean, like vac fillers and things like that. But your cartridge converter pens, particularly things like dip pens, will go nuts with this ink, where you lay down a lot of it, because it's where you lay down a lot that you get the real hit of the shimmer, and they look amazing. So yeah, beautiful inks, well made, well thought out, and a really interesting set for Christmas. And as I said, sort of Australian-y Christmas colours. A little bit less. There's not the bright reds and bright greens and those kinds of colours we associate with Christmas. These are more earthy tones, and as I said, I'm all for that. So we had Sun on the Snow, the Grinch, Tinseltown, and Candied Mint. A really interesting, lovely set of inks here. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this video interesting and useful. Like and subscribe, hit the notifications button, all that kind of stuff. It's your support that makes this channel possible, so if you've got things you'd like me to look at, or if there's a way you'd like to support the channel, I would love to hear from you. A big thank you to Robert for his continued support of my channel. It's always great to work with his inks, and I really enjoy them, and you can see for yourself, these inks look absolutely incredible. So thank you for watching. Enjoy your inks, whatever they may be, and I'll talk to you soon.